What's going on, guys? My name is Button, and welcome back to another video. I'm sorry it's been a while. I know, there's been a lot going on, and I haven't really been able to post, but we're going to be changing that soon. Anyway, today's video, we're going to be taking a look around my hardcore world after 200 in real life days. Now, I have done another video on this already on day, I believe it was 150. I've already done a world tour during that. During then? I did a world tour then, and now we're doing another one on day 200. I don't know if I'm going to do it every 100 days or every 50 days, but I digress. We're here now. Day 200 World Tour coming up. So I guess we'll start off at the front of my house. Now, I have covered my house and things like that throughout, obviously, other playthroughs, but there may be things that have changed. I don't think too much has changed in this as such, but I'll still show it off. There were also a couple things I missed in the last video, so I want to make sure that we cover everything. But coming straight through the door in the house, this is what we've got going. We've got our kitchen area off to the left, where we obviously cook all of our stuff up. We've got just a door up there that goes out to the beehive. We'll go out there in a second. Downstairs here, just to the right, we've got our storage room. This is where, obviously, we keep everything. We're actually about to start very soon a massive auto storage facility. So this might not even be here in the next world tour, which is going to be crazy to look back and see. Coming down the stairs next to the storage room, we've got my Netherrack farm. I don't come down here very often on stream, so you may not have seen this. But this is where we get all of our Netherrack and stuff for red nether bricks. Coming back up the stairs here, if we come out this back door, all of this still remains the same. We've got the creeper farm entrance right here, which we'll head down straight away now, actually, and show you guys what we've got going on there. So coming down to the bottom of these stairs, we've got this spoopy-ass tunnel, which if we follow all the way to the end, boom, we come to this unrendered in creeper farm. We come to our creeper farm. Now, this was a project that took a few months to build. This was the first real big project we really did, like, in terms of, like, massive mega projects. This is our creeper farm. This produces a shit ton of gunpowder, an absolute crap ton of it. And there's a ton of creepers all spawning in here, dying. Their loot is all getting picked up by these minecarts that are going back and forth, and then it gets deposited out of these funnels here into the chests, where we can then collect it and store it. Moving on, we've got a lot to get through. So, coming back up the stairs and out of the creeper farm, we hit this little hidden button here. We come back out of the eye. To the right, we've got the squid farm. Now, this was also shown in the last world tutorial we did. World tour we did. This isn't anything new either. This is all the same thing. We've got this nice aquarium tunnel that we made that goes all the way down to the squid farm. There's also... We had to split it because squid was spawning in the tunnel to this, like, swirly design. But that takes you all the way down to the squid farm, which this is not very exciting. It's just the storage area for it. I'll show you guys outside, though, which is a little bit more exciting. If we... Can I bust through here? No. Where can I bust through? Hello? Can I bust through here? Aha! Let me show you guys outside. So this is the outside of the squid farm. We cleared all of the water that was in, like, river biomes and ocean biomes in a 128 by 128 area. These little ponds you can see around don't affect it, but we've cleared all the water in rivers and oceans, which means the only place squid can spawn is in our little farm that we made here, and this produces an absolute crap ton of ink sacs. We've got more ink sacs than we'll ever need in that squid farm, but that's what we did for that. Coming back to the house, as we come back in here, we'll head straight up the stairs to the right. These are the old furnace rooms that we used to use. The old furnace rooms? These are the old furnaces that we used to use before we had the super smelter. That's new. We'll show you guys that in a second. In our house, we don't use these anymore. These are just here. Off to the left, my bedroom. Nothing's changed in here. We've got a nice 8 dragon heads, but nothing's really changed in here. And coming up to the top of the stairs out of the bedroom as well, we've also got this enchanting room area. We come up here and enchant sometimes, but that's about it. And obviously, the roof with wonderful Derek, as we can see. Anyway, moving on. If we come out of the downstairs house here, you can see there's the stairs over there. If we come out of this back door, we've got the bee farm. You can see something a little bit new over here as well. We've got the volcano, which we'll show off in a second. We've got the bee farm, which we've already been through as well in a previous video, but I will show you guys it anyway. Coming up to the bee farm, if I just quickly fly up here. Coming up to the bee farm in this door. There's not really anything that goes on down here. But upstairs, we've got our first bee room. This one actually collects honeycomb in this room. Damn, Enderman. This one collects honeycomb in this room. It's actually full at the minute, so it's turned off. On the second floor, this one collects honey bottles, which we can obviously make the sticky honey blocks out of. And that's all we've got going on for our bee farm. This is actually not working at the moment because it broke in the 1.16 update. It still works. I just haven't... All I have to do is replace, I think, the hives, and then it'll fix the problem. Coming out of the bee farm to the left, we've got the old creeper farm that we used to use. This will probably be gone in the next video that we do. But that's going to be taken down and torn down because you don't actually need that anymore. And moving on to something that I don't think you will have seen yet. This is our giant volcano. This is the super smelter. This was, I think, was this getting started to build in day 150? I don't know if this was getting started, if this had begun being built then. I don't think it had. But this is our volcano that we've come up with. This is the super smelter, which we've themed around a volcano. We basically turned this giant mountain into a volcano because it looks cool. And we added on the side down here, if I fly over here real quick, we added the entrance, which is hidden just on the side here. If you push this button, down we go into the super smelter. Now, when we get to the bottom here, this is going to split into two sections. We've got the upstairs and the downstairs. Upstairs, we have the bamboo farm. Now, this is the fuel source for our super smelter. If you do want a separate video on how to build this, I will do one because it has been pretty requested so far. But let me know in the comments below if you want a video on how to build one of these because it is really helpful. So this is our fuel source for the super smelter. This is the bamboo farm. Coming downstairs, I should say actually before we move on, this constantly runs. So the bamboo grows up, it harvests it, and then it starts again. It keeps growing, and it just constantly produces bamboo over and over and over again. Coming downstairs into the core of the volcano, this is the actual super smelter itself that we built. And all you've got to do is you put items or blocks, whatever you want to smelt, into these chests. You push the button, the chests go, and the chests will come out both on the right and left-hand sides, dropping everything they have, there it is, dropping everything they have into the furnaces. As you can see, the bamboo cycling around and constantly filling them up. The furnaces then smelt it, they deposit out what they've smelted, and it all flows down these water channels here into these two chests where they can be collected, or you can stand here and collect them manually yourself. But this thing's freaking awesome, and it smelted a ton of glass real quick for us, a ton of everything actually, stone, netherrack, a ton of stuff up for us, which otherwise would have taken forever. It can do like a double chest in something like 3 minutes or something like that. It's pretty quick. But if you do want a tutorial on how to build this, let me know in the comments below, like I said before. Now, coming out of the super smelter as we head to the top, we've got the giant zombie, which I did already show off in the previous world tour that we did. This is currently housing our mob farm. We don't really use this anymore, but it does look really cool in the world. We don't really use it anymore, but there it is in all of its glory. It's this giant 3D zombie. Maybe we'll do something else with this in the future. I think we might just leave it, but I think it looks pretty sweet. This is our 3D zombie and mob farm, which I guess I can show you that real quick. And here's the mob farm that I haven't really done anything to. Like, I haven't even filled the old door in yet. But this is the old mob farm. We don't really use, but if we ever need things like bones and rotten flesh, we come up here because there's plenty of it to go around. And moving on. Now, this is something I actually missed in the previous video. First of all, we've got Alice Bridge here on the left. Alice complained to me that I only called it just a bridge in the previous video, but that is actually Alice Bridge, which is a very special bridge in the world, so shout out to Alice. But something that I missed in the previous video is this is our mine. I didn't even show this off. This is our mine that we built. This is probably one of the first things we did in this world. We've added all kinds of details like water dripping from the roof in some areas and stuff like that as you head down. It's supposed to look like an abandoned, just unused mine. No mobs can spawn in here. It's completely spawn proof, and it takes you down to our actual mine in the world where we can go wherever we need to go to find diamonds and things like that. This I was actually turning into a big drill that was going to look like it was just kind of like a diamond drill drilling down here. I never did. I probably will finish this at some point. Other than that, there's just 8 diamond blocks sat down here doing nothing. Which also means the other thing I missed is the spider farm. We actually built, again, a long time ago, a cave spider farm, which if we head through this top left-hand one of the mine, this is our cave spider farm, which I probably should also pretty up. Basically, inside here, behind this wall, is a giant cave spider spawner, and then they all fall down here, and we can harvest them for string and spider eyes, which I completely forgot to show in the last tutorial, so apologies about that. Coming back up out of the mine, it is actually nighttime. We should probably sleep real quick. Let me go do that. Oh, this is what the, actually, before we sleep, this is what the volcano looks like at night. It looks really freaking cool, man. All the lava and stuff poured over it. The snow wasn't actually there before. Obviously, I haven't lit it up enough to melt all the snow. I think it kind of suits it, actually. But that's the volcano at nighttime. It looks really freaking cool. Super happy with how that came out with. Also, like, the squid lights up over here. The bees light up on the bee farm. The creepers light up as well. Anyway, let me sleep and we can crack on. Damn it! Oh, there we go. We're fine. There was a zombie nearby, but he's moved. Carry on. We're fine. Doesn't matter. We can carry on. So, coming out of our front door, I guess, we'll head straight downstairs. Coming out of our front door where we started this tutorial, we've got the barn. Now, this was also shown in the previous world. Nothing's changed with the barn. Still the same old barn. I did want to add a sign that said, like, Button Ranch on the top of it or something like that. Oh, no, this is going to get dangerous now. But I haven't done that. This has just got all of our sheep, all of our cows. It's got Tiki, the wonderful chicken we have, and Gary. This is Gary the 27th or something like that. Looking beautiful. We did have a llama escape efforts. We only have one of those now. Unfortunately, an Enderman put a block down and they all escaped. But that's the barn. Moving to the right of the barn, we got this bridge that takes us over to the slime farm. This was also shown in the previous world as well. This is our slime farm. Not really anything too special here. We literally found 5 slime chunks all together and decided to turn it into a giant farm. So I shall show you that. When we get to the bottom of the stairs, just quickly zoom down here and I'll show you what we got. Luckily, these weren't actually too far away from our base either. We got pretty lucky there. But this is the slime farm. This is where all the slime balls collect when we are actually down here. The actual farm itself is in here. We've got 5 slime chunks where slime spawn. They hop to the edges. They land on these magma blocks where they die. This minecart going around picks up everything. Deposits into these... deposits it into these hoppers, which is then ejected and gets stored in the chests. Moving on again. So, continuing on from the slime farm. I was, and I haven't done it yet, going to add a little bridge here, which is going to take us up to our castle, which is the next thing to look at. I think this was in the previous world tutorial. Well, I keep saying tutorial. Previous world tour. But this is our castle. We've got a few different layers to the castle. Layer number 1, on both sides, it's symmetrical. These are all villagers that we trade with for blocks. So, for example, if I want quartz, I come here and I get a bunch of quartz for it. And we will add more and more villagers to this as time goes on. I haven't done so at the minute because I haven't had enough golden apples, which is the gold farm that we're currently working on, which I'll show you in a second, to expand this out. And that's why they're not all full yet. But we've got the villagers up there. We've got the breeders on the next level on both sides. There's 2 villager breeders. And coming down to the very bottom, this is where we actually get emeralds. So this is where we're going to have all of the, like, 1-for-1 trades. You can see, like, the clay here, for example. We've got 1 clay for 1 emerald. And we're going to turn all of these into 1-for-1s. Again, I've run out of gold, so I haven't been able to do that yet. But I will show you the gold farm we're working on here in a second. But that's everything for this area. So we've got 3 pods of these guys, all different villages on both sides, which we've all just got to get down to a level 1, a 1-for-1 trade. But that's come along really nicely. Coming back up the stairs here, should probably talk about this little alleyway off to the left here. Coming down here, this is our automatic crop farm. I don't know if this was actually finished when we, on day 150 in the last world. But this is our auto crop farm. Basically, all this is you push this button, a bunch of water falls from the dispensers at the top, harvest all of the crops, and they all come into the hoppers, where they get filtered down here to this big auto-sorting system, which sorts them out into carrots, potatoes, wheat, and seeds. Oh, and poisonous potatoes as well. I don't remember actually if this was shown or not, but this is what we built down over here. And this works wonders. This is going to be a huge thing when we come to needing loads of emeralds later on for stuff. This is going to be pretty much the main source of emeralds for us. Is going to be all of these different crops. So coming out from the castle, if we head off over here to the left, again, I need to add a path over here just to kind of make it look a little bit more connected. But this is the Cactus Farm. This is in exactly the same state as it was in the last world tour. I haven't made it any bigger yet. I do want to turn this into a giant cactus at some point. But this is just constantly producing cactus. It does make it at a pretty good rate, to be fair. But I want to make it bigger and better and actually make it look like a cactus. So, even though it does look pretty cool seeing it from the side. But that's our Cactus Farm. And that kind of concludes everything in the overworld. We haven't really got anything else. Oh, we have! Hold on. We should go across Alice Bridge once again for Alice because she was upset that I hadn't complimented Alice Bridge last time. But there you go, Alice. I used your bridge. Okie dokie. So to get to other places now, we've got to go through the Nether. So we shall start with the Guardian Farm, I guess. So coming through the Nether portal, this is what we built. This again hasn't changed from the previous world tour. But if we head up this ice farm, this icy path to the side, plop our boat down here and zoom down here, this will take us to the Guardian Farm. Now, once again here, nothing's actually changed in the Guardian Farm since last time. We've still got the same storage for our shards, our crystals, and our fish. Still the same storage, still the same system. The boat coming through the wall. This hasn't changed. This is exactly the same as last time. We haven't needed to do anything on this and probably won't. Oh, here they come. And probably won't. But it's just a perfectly good working Guardian Farm. So coming back through down to that Guardian Farm road, if we zoom all the way down here to the bottom and take a right, that'll head us towards 2 new paths. Now, there was only 1 path last time. There's now 2 new paths. The first path is here to the right. Oh, I've missed it. God damn it. The first path is here to the right. This is what we showed last time. This is the monument. This is an ocean monument temple that we drained out and turned into kind of a big, like, supporters monument as a way to say thank you to people who monetarily have been supporting the stream. But this is our monument that we built. It's kind of like a biodome kind of theme. We've got a pirate ship here down the bottom that was already here. We've got a bunch of trees and stuff we've put around. This is our ocean monument that we built. And in here is all of the supporters who have thrown love in the stream. And to all of you guys who are in here, I thank you very much for allowing me to continue doing what I do. And I wonder how much this has actually grown for day 150. It might be interesting to go back to that video and have a look at how many more signs and stuff are actually in here, which is sweet. So, big thank you to all of you for your support. And this, once again, is our biodome. So, coming out of the monument, if we head back down that path, you'll notice there's a new path, which wasn't there in the last world tutorial. This goes to the Mesa biome. Now, I've learned my lesson from using iron bars, and we've actually used orange glass. But this is just a really long tunnel that goes all the way to our Mesa biome. We had this before we reset the Nether for 1.16. I hadn't done anything special with it. It was just a boring old tunnel. But we've actually made it a little bit exciting now with orange glass and magma blocks behind it. Which if we come through here, there's not anything special here specifically to show. But this portal does come out at our Mesa biome, which is where we've been farming all the terracotta for a project that I will show you now. Actually, before we get to that terracotta project, because we have to... This is what I mean by the iron bars suck. Before we get to that terracotta project, I'm going to take a right here and show you what we've got going on down here. So, actually, first of all, I got so much stuff to get through, dear Lord. So, down these stairs here as you come through this portal, this is just where we've been mining Netherrack. There's nothing special down here. Sorry, not Netherrack, Netherite. There's nothing special, particularly down here. This is literally just a big area where we were mining for Netherite originally at the start of the world. It's nothing crazy, nothing special. We're probably going to block this up at some point and do something cooler with it because this was, again, this was just a temporary solution to get Netherite as soon as we possibly could. But let's carry on. Out this doorway, by the way, this doesn't go anywhere special. This doorway literally just takes us out to the open Nether. There's nothing crazy down here. We do have, actually, we can show this. We do have a little bit of a... What is that portal? I don't remember that portal. We do have a little bit of a wither skeleton farm that we made over here where we flattened out a fortress and turned it into just a big platform for spawning wither skeletons. It kind of works. I do want to make a full-on farm at some point, which we will do. Because we've actually got a second temple literally next to it. So we've got one here and there's one right here. So turning this into some big-ass wither skeleton farm could be kind of cool. And that's probably a project we'll do later on. I'm going to go have a look at what that portal does, because I have no idea where that portal takes you out. So this is the portal just in that open area. I don't know where this is going to go, and actually I'm a little bit scared. I'm going to put my chest plate on, because if I die in a YouTube video, I will be crucified. I don't actually know where this takes me. Oh, I know what this is. So this is another portal that we use to transport the villagers from the creeper farm, the village just outside the creeper farm, back to our base to make the dungeon where we can trade all the villagers up and stuff like that. And we just threw this portal down temporarily, and we're boating the villagers all the way across. Whoops, hang on, need this back on. And we were just boating the villagers all the way across over to this portal here as a transport system. So that's all that was. Anyway, heading down this path now, I shall show you guys I believe the last 2 projects we've had in this world. I'll put the gold helmet on for this one because I'm a little bit scared. But taking a right here. No, we've got more stuff to show. We have so much to show. We've done so much in this world, dear Lord. So before we go to the left down this hole here, let's head through this portal. This portal takes us through to our end, where we've actually built an Enderman Farm. So it puts us right at the end portal, which we can just hop straight in and head down this path to our Enderman Farm. So this is our Enderman Farm that we built. I did a separate video on how to build one of these for yourself. But this is our Enderman Farm. It's nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing fancy. It's literally just a bone stock Enderman Farm. I did want to build like a giant Enderman around it or something like that. But instead I ended up just doing a little small circular thing with a little enchantment area and a place to farm the Enderman for a huge amount of XP. Something else to note as well, actually, which I can show you as proof of concept here. We are actually 200 days in the world, and just with a little bit of proof, because there will be people who think that it's fake or whatever. But down here, where is it? Time played, 48.7 days, which is, if you do the math, works out at almost 1,200 hours in-game. There's your proof that we've been playing for 200 days. So heading down this little ramp bit we've got down to the lake in our house, if we head back into the portal, We've now got 2 projects which have definitely not been shown in previous videos or in the 150-day world tour. The first project is the gold farm, which I believe I had started on day 150, but it's nowhere near to where it is today. We've put a lot of time at the start of every single stream into this. We're still not finished, but we are getting there. But if we hop out of the boat here by the same portal that took us to the end and head down here, this is just a little alleyway we made temporarily. If we zoom off to the right, you'll notice we have an enormous cleared out area. This is ready for our giant mega gold farm, which we're currently working on. We've cleared out a bunch of the area. This corner's all the way down to lava now. The only bit left, this is all down to lava. The only bit left is this giant middle thing, which we're doing a few layers a day in the nether. And this is a 257 by 257 area, which I believe had only been mined a few layers when I originally showed this in day 150. And this is how far it is now. So it was very, very quickly making progress on this, even though it's felt like it's taking forever. If we compare it to 50 days ago in the world, we're making a lot of progress. But on with the tour. So coming out of our gold farm and heading down here to the right, this is the current project we're working on and have almost finished. We decided to switch up our iron farm, which you may remember from the previous world tour. And we've actually turned it into a mega iron farm. The reason we've done this is because we're going to be working on a mega auto sorting facility soon, which is going to require a buttload of iron. And there's a reason I'm looking at the floor right now, because this is what we've been working on. This is our mega iron farm, which is not fully finished yet, but we've built a giant iron ore in the world. We've built a giant iron ore in the world, housing our mega iron farm, which I shall show you now. Now, coming into the giant iron ore, this is not something I've finished yet. This is just working on what we've been working on in stream at the moment. This is the mega iron farm. This is 16 of the regular iron farms you saw in the previous world tour, all combined together to make one giant iron farm. All of these chests will be full of iron eventually. We do need to fix up the auto storage for this. But this is what we've been working on at the moment. The floor's almost finished, and the roof we'll be putting on as soon as the floor's done. We have all of the villagers in their little breeders outside now ready to go as well. I can show you that. So just out here to the left here. These are all of our villagers in here, and the other breeders as well. We've got 2 breeders just pumping out a huge amount of villagers ready for this iron farm. And it's going to be sweet. And this will all be finished and working in the next world tour. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And I believe we've covered everything now. I think we've covered everything. I can't remember how much we've done since from day 150 to day 200. So it would be interesting to go back and have a look at that. But I know for a fact the iron farm was new. The gold farms had a lot of work done to it. The volcano was also definitely new too. And I obviously showed the mine and stuff in this video, which I didn't show in that previous video. The house and everything like that is just the same. And hopefully that'll be different when we hit day 250. But other than that, that concludes the world tour. That concludes the world tour. I guess we should find a cool little spot to do our outro. I guess we'll do the outro for this video here. But that does conclude the world tour. Hopefully, come the next world tour, we'll have done obviously even more. And I haven't lost the world because this is all done in Minecraft Hardcore. If you are new around here and you enjoyed the video, make sure you slap that like button. If you dislike the video, click the dislike button twice and show your hate for the video. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe around here if you're new. There will be another world tour coming out on day 250. We're also going to have more uploads coming soon. I know they've been lacking and I do apologize for that, but they'll also be coming soon. And other than that, that's it for this video. If you don't follow me on Twitch, my Twitch and all social medias are linked in the description. Make sure you go follow us over there. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you all in the next video.